guys, and welcome back to a new video. Today I have another chit chat get ready with me for you guys. I'm actually going to be recreating the look I wore to the PH1 concert, because I actually went to PH1 concert yesterday in Amsterdam and it was so amazing, but I didn't have like time to film like me getting ready, because I actually did want to do that. And I thought it would also be fun to film another chit chat get ready with me, because it's been a while since I've done the last one. Funny enough, like the last chit chat get ready with me I filmed was also like concert related, because I was like getting ready for the 80s concert. Yeah, I thought it would be fun to have another chit chat get ready with me. So yeah, I don't know how long this video is going to turn out, because oh my god, I actually have to make a be-real right now. Oh my god. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's get on with the video. So for primers, I have these ones, the MAC Studio Fix and the Too Faced Hangover primer. I'm gonna use the Too Faced Hangover one first, all over my face. So it is actually a little bit later, like it's almost 6 p.m. actually, and I wasn't planning on filming that late, but the thing is, like, luckily the sun doesn't go down until like 8, so right now I actually do have like a lot more time on a day to film, if that makes sense. Because when it was like winter, I was very limited in the hours I could film. Like in the winter, like January, December, I was only like able to film like between 12 and 2, because I like to film with like natural lighting, you know, even though I actually literally just close my curtains and I'm using my ring light, like, but it's just also for like other videos and stuff like that. Like I like to use natural daylight, for example, like my desk videos. So especially right now and in the summer, I can literally even film a video at 7 p.m. if I could, and it wouldn't be a problem. So yeah, I now have this NYX Born to Glow liquid illuminator in the color Sunbeam. Just like use it as a liquid highlighter and just put it on the higher points of my face before I apply my foundation. It's just then, I don't know, it gives like that shine a little bit more, like through the foundation. Oh, by the way, if you see this, when I went to the concert yesterday, when we got to the line, we got like a number. So like it was like a fan numbering. It wasn't like from the organization or anything. It was basically numbering done by fans. And if I'm totally honest with you, sometimes I actually don't like fan numbering, because all the experiences I've had with it so far were just not great. And it was mostly from people who themselves had like VIP tickets, and once they were inside, they really couldn't care less about the numbering of the other categories. So you end up people at like, you know, not following the numbers anymore and just like get in line whenever they want to, or they like try to get in front as much as possible. So since it has always been so chaotic like that, I just like didn't have any faith in fan numbering anymore. But yesterday it was actually quite alright. It just, when we went standing in line, everyone actually stood with the numbers they had. But like I had VIP, so I don't know how it went for like early entry in general. Maybe the numbers there got like messed up as well, but I don't know that because I was already inside. But unfortunately, once we got inside, the numbers like sort of really didn't apply anymore, because like once you got inside, you had to wait in the line to get your picture taken with PH1, because that was part of the VIP package. So you had like VVIP, so like you had like a one-on-one photo with him, and then, you know, get a signed poster. But I got just the regular VIP. We got to take a photo with him, and it was like with 10 other people. So like it was a group photo of 10, so me and my friend had to share a picture with 8 other people and PH1. So okay, and then I actually go in with foundation. This has been my go-to lately, the Maybelline Fit Me, and I apply it with this Morphe E63. If I'm actually totally honest with you guys, I low-key actually didn't feel like filming this video today, but at the same time I was like, you know, I had to push myself, because okay, let me just tell you guys what happened today. So I was actually like quite dead from the PH1 concert last night, and I also had like this vocabulary test today, which I totally did not prepare for. So even last night I was considering to like skipping uni for today, but then I woke up to this news that like there was this like very big train accident near Leiden, which made that lots of trains couldn't operate anymore in that area between my city and Leiden. And I don't know what it is, but then I was actually very happy that they actually said that the vocabulary test was postponed to tomorrow because obviously not a lot of people could make it to uni today because of that accident. This sort of really, you know, helped me some sort of way. But I'll also get to that in a bit as well because I actually also want to talk about that part. And guys, I'm also actually fasting, so if you guys don't know, like it is Ramadan now and I'm fasting. Like if you heard I have like a dry throat, like I think that explains it, because obviously I'm not drinking or eating anything throughout the entire day until sunset, I mean, sorry. I think that's why I'm also like a little bit exhausted, because okay, then I arrived at uni and then I only had like Korean left. But I don't know what it was, like it's just, and I don't know if some people can like relate to this, but like at my uni, and like I really feel like I'm like the only like Muslim person there. Like obviously I'm totally not, but like at least in my class I am like the only one. So obviously everyone else around you is eating or drinking, and I don't have any problem with that, by the way, like definitely not. Like I even tell my classmates like please just eat. Some of my classmates actually feel bad eating or drinking in front of me. But also the thing is, like even for this Thursday I was invited to a birthday party, but unfortunately I had to decline the invitation because like first of all it was like quite far away, like in the middle of nowhere, and just with me fasting it just really would not work out. And I honestly also don't feel like partying whilst it's Ramadan. Like you guys will probably think it's like a hypocrite because I went to a concert last night, but I really feel like a concert is different compared to like a party. I know it has sort of the same vibe sometimes, but especially like PH1. But the thing is just like with concerts, I'm like, you never know when's the next time you'll see that person. And the party is like, parties are like anytime. You can go to them anytime. Like with concerts, with PH1 for example, you never know if PH1 ever comes back here, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I unfortunately had to decline that invitation, and they were totally like they totally respected it, they totally understood why. And also like on Wednesday, like tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow there's like this another party at my uni. It's actually the same party I went to like in my first uni vlog, but even then I was like, I cannot go because obviously it's Ramadan. I'm not going to party and be surrounded by people who are drinking and getting wasted and stuff while it is Ramadan. It's just like, it's just not the vibe for me. So yeah, and also just like, I don't know, I sort of today had a very quite bad feeling. Like it was just a combination of like a little bit of FOMO as well, and just also, I don't know, I felt like so out of place for some reason. Like, so I really felt like out of place, as if I like didn't belong there. Like I tried to tell myself it's not that, but it's just, I don't know, for some reason just my anxiety really kicked in. So, and even when I had to go home from uni, it also took quite a long time, hence why I actually mentioned earlier that I didn't plan on filming this late. But since the trains weren't operating, and they even said that for the next couple of days there won't be any trains operating between The Hague and Leiden because of that accident. I think I said incident many times, but it's an, I don't know, can you say it an incident or an accident? Since there weren't any trains operating, I had to like take a bus from Leiden to The Hague, and that literally took an hour. It literally took an hour. Well, usually with the train it only takes me 15 minutes, but this time it took an hour. And obviously since lots of people had traveled to The Hague, the bus was very full, so I had to like stand the whole time for like an hour. I know I shouldn't be like complaining about things like that, but yeah, so, and that's why, just a combination of lots of factors. Like I'm that one person, like if I feel like upset or like not in the mood, it's because of too many factors, or just one thing happens and it triggers a lot of thoughts, and then it just all gets too much. Like that's literally me. So even when I got home, I just low-key did not feel like doing anything. That's why I'm actually meant with like, I actually low-key did not feel like filming, but I was like, you know, I want to do this, and I was like, maybe if I put on some makeup I feel a bit better, because I actually have that sometimes, that when I like want to make myself pretty, you know, that little bit of like self-care, that I actually do feel better. So that's what I'm actually doing right now. So this is actually like a sort of get ready with me, with one, I'm not going anywhere, and two, a sort of like a self-care get ready with me. Like, and I'm also actually going to be taking my time with editing this video. I'm not gonna edit this video like right away today. I honestly don't know when this video is going to be up, to be honest. I usually have a planning, but Right now it's sort of a little all over. And I'm actually trying to find a new planning system that works for me, because also, to be honest with you, with bullet journaling, I've also have been quite lacking lately. Like, I didn't even make a setup for last week because it was just a lot. So I'm sorry guys if this feels like I'm only like ranting here, and I don't want to be like negative this whole video, if you know what I mean. But I just want to be real with you guys and just tell you guys, like, some days I have my off days, and you know, I want to be realistic with you guys. I don't want to be like happy pappy on camera while I don't feel like that at that moment. So yeah, like I mentioned, I really had like a sort of feeling of like FOMO, but I'm not, don't let it like influence my decision to fast or not. Like, obviously I really feel like since I'm a Muslim, I have to fast, and obviously I will, because if I didn't want to, I just wouldn't, but I do want to. But like, I just want to say with my whole story, like, it can be hard if you're like surrounded by a mainly white dominant like environment, like, but yeah, I would like lie if I said that it sometimes did not feel like the fear of missing out. So yeah, like, that's a little bit what I was like struggling with today. You know that feeling that like you want to talk to, you want to like, you know, say what's on your mind, but you feel like no one's gonna listen to you? That's basically how I currently feel, actually. So yeah, anyways, let's talk about nice stuff. Yeah, let me tell you guys about BH1 concert. Like, literally, it was so much fun. Like, so me and my friend, we got VIP tickets. Also, another friend of mine was coming, but she had generals. We actually like arrived at the venue at like 3, and we got our like number, as I mentioned, and then we were just basically waiting until like they said the doors were gonna open at 5:30 for VIP, but it like obviously it really delayed, so we didn't get in till like 6. Yeah, so me and my friend, we did want to go to our lockers first, like put away our jackets and stuff, and then we got in line for the photos. So we had to wait in line for the group photo, so they were like counting every 10 people for the photo. And then once it was like our turn, it was so much fun. So we walked like up the stairs, and then BH1 was sitting at like this place, like on this little stairs, and obviously he was sitting in the middle for the photo, and me and my friend were actually one of the first people of the group of 10, so we could easily like sit next to him. So my friend that sat next to him also like offered her that, because she's more like a BH1 fan than me. So, and literally he was so sweet, because like literally every person who walked in, he was literally greeting them with like hi and what's up, and like it was so like very sweet. And just the fact that we were like literally sitting next to him for the photo, like that was just so amazing. And like, but it also all went like very pretty fast. So we sat, took the picture, and then we left. So, and at 8 he finally started performing. But guys, I do have to be honest with you guys, that concert didn't even last for 1.5 hours. It was over in like 1 hour and 20 minutes. Like, I never had that with a concert. Like, I know the concerts usually last like 1.5 up until 2 hours, or even more than 2 hours. But like, I was so shocked that he ended it like in less than 1.5 hours. But anyways, like, it was so amazing. The songs he performed, everything, and also just how interactive he was with the people. Like, it was so fun, and he really seems like such a sweetheart. Like, literally, when you just look at him, all you think he's like, he's such a sweetheart. Like, even though, because rappers tend to have like this image that they're like tough, but he's just so chill. He's literally so damn chill. So like I mentioned earlier, coming back to the uni like topic, I didn't prepare for the vocabulary test at all. So if you watch my vlogs, you would know that like we have vocabulary tests like every single week. Like last week we didn't have one because it was like the midterms. Yeah, so today I actually have to go study for that. But I just really dreading the fact that I have to like get up again tomorrow and travel for like 1.5 hours to uni, and then 1.5 hours back for like when the class is over. So yeah, how have you guys been? As if you can like reply, but like if you see this, let me know in the comments and I'll probably reply to you after I finished filming this. I'm first of all gonna take it all off. I don't think I'm gonna do right away, but obviously later I'm gonna take it off, and then get started on my homework and study for the vocabulary test. So Ramadan is like over in less, no, not less, like in more than 2 weeks. I think like today's the 4th, so it's like 16 days. Then it's actually over. So it is crazy how like time is flying. Actually, oh my god, we're actually already like halfway. Like, it feels like it has gone so fast. Like, I'm actually loving this highlighter at the moment. It's MAC Soft and Gentle. So like I mentioned, I'm also fasting today. So if you are a Muslim and you are fasting and you're watching this, also let me know in the comments how you've been experiencing Ramadan so far. Because, oh wait, let me just apply some setting spray first. Let me know how you've been experiencing Ramadan, because I think everyone experiences it in a different way. For me personally, fasting is really not that hard. But like on some days when I just feel like quite low, like even now to be very honest, it can be quite hard sometimes. But not that I'm constantly thinking about, oh, I want to eat food or I'm so hungry. Like, I don't have that. It's just inside somehow feels like it is a little bit tough. But yeah, overall it is quite easy. I wasn't able to fast the first couple of days when the Ramadan started. I also mentioned it in like one of my last vlogs. I think it was in my 6th uni vlog. I mentioned it, and I also had like a little like sort of heart-to-heart conversation, like how I felt about Ramadan, and also how there's this whole stigma on Muslims who aren't fasting. I actually talked all about it in my in that uni vlog, so if you want to see it, like, I would say go check that. Okay, so yesterday when I was getting ready for the PH1 concert, I had like this orange with like a pop of glitter pink going on on my eyes, and for that I used the Morphe Sweetest Tea 35T palette. I have used this palette like before, so I take this like shading brush. Wait, let me zoom in on the eyes. Sorry, this is so chaotic, and this is so much better. So with this like brush, if it's gonna focus, it's like a small shading brush, and I take this orangey color which is called Peaches. So I basically apply that all over my lid and just like build it up really. So for now I don't have any concert on the planning, only in May. Then Blue is gonna come to Amsterdam and I have tickets for that. And actually Red Velvet is also like coming to the Netherlands, which I'm actually so happy about, because it's like the first time in I think 8, almost 9 years since their debut that they're finally doing stops in Europe. But the reason why I'm actually low-key quite gutted about the date is actually they actually come to Amsterdam in my finals week. So like, why do all those groups come when it's like finals? Because it was also like with Blackpink. That's why I didn't go to Blackpink's concert, because it was literally during my finals. Even though, however, JB actually did come in that same week as well, and I actually did end up going to him. But it also had to do with the fact, like, the day after the Blackpink concert I had this very important exam I had to pass, so that's why I skipped on Blackpink. Do I regret it? Maybe a little, but I know it was like better that I ended up not going. So that's why I'm also struggling with like Red Velvet, because the day is literally during my finals week, and I also have like exams next day as well. So also like with the sort of like more blending brush type of brush, I also apply a bit more of that color and just take it in my crease, just so that like I can blend it out nicely. And what I did then is like I take like my ring finger and take this color, which is My Bestie. I apply that literally on the middle of my like lid, and it gives like this beautiful glittery shimmery like pink like on the middle of your eye. So I'm just basically like applying it and like building it until I'm content with it, and it's so nice. Like, can we just, and also like take my brush again and just blend it on some parts. I like this. Same on the other eye. I actually was just checking my phone a little bit earlier, and then actually read that the party that was supposed to be this Wednesday from uni actually got cancelled because of the train thing. Like, I guess in that sense I don't have to feel bad that I'm not going. Oh, I actually also wanted to talk to you guys about something else interesting, because like I mentioned earlier with that train accident, like it was so weird how like the day before I was contemplating like not to go to uni, because I also really didn't feel prepared for the vocabulary test and stuff like that, and I know I was gonna get so exhausted from the concert, also the fact that I'm fasting, etc, etc. And then suddenly that happened. Like, I'm actually a very big believer in like everything happens for a reason. Like, I'm not saying like that what happened, like that had to happen for a reason. Like obviously it was very horrible what happened, but I really feel like when it comes to like me, like I really felt like it's so crazy how all of that went, because I also really don't believe in coincidences, if I'm honest with you. The reason why I actually started about this is like, I don't know if you guys remember one of my like older vlogs, I think back in January or something. Like I was talking about getting tickets for Music Bank, and I was actually quite gutted about the fact that I couldn't get any tickets. I was actually also telling myself back then that maybe it's just all like a sign that I shouldn't be going and stuff like that. And I honestly really now do believe that it was like basically God telling me not to go, because obviously God knows like everything while we don't. Because I actually read that like there are lots of like there are like strikes of the public transport in France, so like it makes things like very difficult as well, also with traveling and stuff. I don't know if it's like still going on, but I did like hear something about that, so that's why I was actually like, damn, like it's just so crazy how everything, like I really feel like if something doesn't happen, then there's always like a very good reason behind it, or sometimes things do actually work out in your favor, like things like that, you know. And also especially now during Ramadan, I sort of feel like lots of things are starting to make sense, so it's actually crazy how all of that can like happen. To be honest with you guys, I am actually sometimes quite careful talking about like my religion on my channel, because I know there can be like people out there who are totally against religion and who can like throw hate, especially like on the Islam. So that's why I'm sometimes like quite careful with what I'm saying, and like just basically how I present myself. Like I know like I shouldn't be caring about all of that, but yeah, sometimes you just cannot help but care, I guess, because I'm someone who can take things quite personally as well. I actually don't know yet what I'll be having for iftar tonight. I have like less than 2 hours to wait, which is great. Like don't get me wrong, I'm not like a person who keeps counting down the whole time like when I can eat. Well, it low-key depends sometimes. If like, for example, like I mentioned earlier, if it gets a little bit tough, then I am like, oh, how many hours do I have left? I try to avoid it as much as possible, because obviously that's not the point of Ramadan, that you can like not eat and drink and wait for the time to be over. Like, because I also really feel like lots of people, especially who are not Muslim, they sometimes only think Ramadan's all about not eating and not drinking, while it's actually about so much more than that. Ugh, I'm so not looking forward to like go studying and do my homework. Like, and also like I said, I have to travel 1.5 hours tomorrow for a 1.5 hour class, and then leave again for 1.5 hours. So I know I shouldn't be complaining, but like it is what it is. And then lastly, I'm gonna apply my lip gloss. This is the Kylie Cosmetics High Gloss in 322 My Moon and Stars. Yes, slay. Where's my comb for my bangs? Yes. I'm actually still debating whether I want to like grow out my bangs completely and just not go for bangs anymore, or maybe just keep wearing bangs for the time being. Like, I'm so conflicted. Yes, so this is the finished look. The look that I wore at the PH1 concert last night. So, and I absolutely really love it. Like, it also gives like a very nice summer makeup look with those colors, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm loving it, and I'm actually low-key feeling a little bit better after applying this makeup, because I'm feeling good. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and of course subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time in a new video. Bye bye.